In bizMail, all of your prospect information, such as names, phone numbers, and email addresses, are stored in your BizApps database. This central database holds all your mailing lists, email messages, and campaigns as well. Adding new prospects to your database is key to expanding your marketing and therefore your business. In future videos, we will introduce you to concepts and techniques you can use to build your database. Right now, we're going to get you started by adding your first 2 prospects. The first prospect you're going to add is you. Adding yourself to all your mailing lists is the easiest way to monitor your campaign deliveries and to see how your final product actually looks when it hits your inbox. As we add a new prospect in this video, you can do the same in your bizMail account. Using your browser tabs, you can toggle between the Quick Start video and your account screens. After you see how an action is performed, you can pause the video, toggle back to your screen, and perform the action in your account. Then return to the video and continue on. By doing so, you will build and deliver your first bizMail campaign by the end of the Quick Start program. To add your first prospect, you want to open the Add Prospect screen. From the dashboard, navigate to bizMail, then to the Prospect Management submenu, and open the Add Prospect screen. At the top of the form is the name field. We highly recommend you always enter a first and last name. In the display name field, you can enter whatever name your prospect typically uses. For instance, men named Robert often go by the nickname Bob. Enter the shortened name or nickname here if that is appropriate. If your prospect does not use an alternate name, then use their first name. Next, you need to enter the prospect's email address. These 3 fields are all that's required to build a prospect record. Hopefully, you know a little more about yourself than just a name and an email address. You can add that information now or at any time later. At this time, let's work with these 3 fields and move on. To save you time, bizMail gives you a chance to add your new prospect to a mailing list while you are creating their record. To do that, you want to click on the Add to List button. This opens the Add to List screen where you can choose to add this prospect to an existing mailing list or to a new list. Right now, you don't have any mailing lists, so let's go to the New List field and create a new list called Quick Start. Click on the Add to List button and bizMail creates your mailing list, adds your prospect to that list, then adds your new prospect and list to your database. It then returns you to the Add Prospect screen with the prospect's record still open, ready for any additional edits. The Save button saves your work and keeps the record open for further editing. The Add button saves your work and clears the form so you can enter another prospect. The Clear All button simply clears the form without saving. You already saved this record on the previous screen with the Save to List button, so let's select the Clear All button. Now let's put a second prospect into your database. Be aware that you are going to send your email campaign to this person in a few minutes. You will need to access this account so you can check the inbox and verify your email was received. We suggest using the email of somebody in your company or a friend or family member who will give you access to their account. Again, you can follow along using your person's name and email address in place of our example. In the name field, enter their first and last name. In the display name field, enter their nickname or first name. And of course, their email address. When you finish entering your data, click the Add to List button and we'll add them to a mailing list. You just created a mailing list, so open the pick list and select your Quick Start mailing list. Add this new person to your list. With the record still open, you can add more information. For instance, you could add the prospect's company name. And then save the record anew. Just remember that Save keeps the record open for further editing. Add closes the record so you're ready to add a new record. You now have two prospects in your BizApps database, and both of them are in your Quick Start mailing list ready to receive your campaign. You can see how easy it is to create a new record using the Add Prospect screen. This works great for adding one or two new records, but this process is too slow for adding a large number of prospects. So when you are ready to add all the prospects from your current email platform or a list of contacts from any other source, you will use the Import Review Data screen. We will show you how to use this screen to import batches of prospects in the next tutorial. Right now, it's time to build your first email message.